Hey guys, Ernie here and welcome to the Paleo Hiker MD channel. I recently started planning a video on starting the perfect fire outdoors, and I thought, you know what, this is a perfect chance for me to try out a new saw. I haven't bought a new saw for the outdoors in years because I've got kind of the ones I've always used. Like all things, if you look at cookware or you look at stoves, there are a lot more options from the standpoint of cost-effective things you can buy on Amazon or other places online. And I thought, okay, what is there available now that's a lot cheaper that might still work really well from the standpoint of a saw? Well, stay tuned and I'll show you guys what I picked up for a pretty reasonable price. Folding saws are really all about the blade, and this one in particular says it has a Japanese blade, so it's obviously trying to compare itself to a silky saw. Out of the box, it seems nice. The price is definitely right, but is it any good? Let's check it out. All right, guys, this is the Grow It 11-inch heavy-duty folding camping saw. Dimensions are 14 by 2.4 by 1. Blade length is 11 inches. Got a little lock here, so we see where it locks different positions. Locks open like this. Weight is 13 ounces or 380 grams. The blade material is high carbon steel made in China. Cost is a pretty impressive $12.79. I'm going to try to scoot y'all back just a little bit so you can see the whole thing. There you go. There is the entire saw. Pretty simple folding design, as you could see. Take you through that one more time. It gets locked right there, which I'm not a big fan of because you can, it locks there to stop you from hitting, getting it on your, closing it on your fingers, which is nice, but it's kind of annoying. So it's a safety feature that is handy, but kind of annoying. You just have to get used to it. I'm not used to it at all. It's got 7 teeth per inch. It is an SK5 high carbon steel blade. It has a hanging slot, as you can see right here, which I will attach some paracord to so that I can easily grab it. It does have the safety lock mechanism. Like I showed you guys, I'll show you one more time. Once it's open, and normally you would just be able to close it, and you might close it on your fingers. You have to hold it all the way through this safety lock spot to be able to close it, which is annoying but helpful, I guess. I don't know. Everybody's a little bit different. It probably will be nice if I ever would have impaled my hand with this. I burnt my fingers with some coffee earlier, so I should have had some safety. Anyway, long story. Once again, pretty straightforward. This is the saw itself. I'll zoom y'all back in. It's a nice looking saw. A little bit more of a detail on the blade, just so you can see it. There's the teeth. There's not much more to say other than to take it outside. It's a 13-ounce blade that costs less than $13. Less than $1 an ounce. How about that? Let's take it outside. We'll cut with it. We'll cut different diameter pieces of wood, see how it performs, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about this thing. At the end of the day, this is a saw, and it either cuts or it does not cut. And you can see that it cuts fairly well. As far as pros go, the size is excellent. I think it's a good size blade length and a good size handle. The cost is pretty much amazing, and the blade thickness is very reasonable as well. You don't want a blade thickness that's too small because it'll just accordion up, or too thick because it's just going to be hard to get through the wood. Lastly, it just feels pretty high quality. It feels higher quality than you would expect for the price point. Now, there are always cons, and anything at this price point, or any price point for that matter, is going to have cons. Despite the thickness of the blade, which I think is very reasonable, it can still bend on you. Now, I have silky saws that have bent on me. One bad, stroke, and you've got this, this bent blade, even with the nicest, most expensive saws. So that's not necessarily anything out of the ordinary, but I don't think that this saw is for heavy duty use. It's going to be for smaller caliber stuff, softer woods. You can use it in hardwoods, but you just have to be careful with it and take your time cutting with it, or you will bend the blade, kind of really like all these folding saws. So there's a look at what you can get these days for pretty cheap on Amazon, and it's a very reasonable folding saw. I think it's perfect for light duty use. You can take it out on trail with you. If you're cutting fairly small stuff, I would say maybe 3-inch max on diameter. Even 3 inches will be kind of on the high end, but it's going to work well for stuff like that. You can make it cut larger stuff. You just have to be very careful. But I think as far as bread and butter stuff, 1, 2, 3-inch rounds, I think it's going to work just fine. It's pretty lightweight. You can put it in your backpack pretty easily. And overall, yeah, I think it's a good value. If you're looking for a cheap saw for home, for an emergency kit, anything like that, I think it's going to work very, very well. This is the kind of price point that if you're putting something together in the back of your car, for example, a car kit, and you're just like, man, I really need to have a saw there in case I'm stuck on the side of the road. If you live in cold weather environments, I do not, you might get stuck in the snow and ice. You want some, this is perfect. It's very inexpensive. You buy it, you pop it in there, you don't think twice about it. It's not going to corrode, stainless steel, it's going to work. At the end of the day, we're talking about a $12 saw, and it is more than capable for a $12 saw. You can spend a lot more money, but I'm not sure you're going to get a lot more out of it. Do you guys have any other options for cheaper saws that I should look at? This one's kind of got me excited about getting out in the woods, cutting wood again. It's fun. And if you have anything you want me to check out, make sure you leave it down below in the comments. Do me a favor, guys. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up down below. If you're not subscribed, which I know a lot of you are not subscribed, hit the subscription button because it really helps the channel grow. I'm really wanting to get to that 100,000 subscriber mark. I'm trying to not only do the stove thing, which is really, to be honest with y'all, stoves are what bring me the most views and the most subscribers, but there are only so many stoves, and I know you guys are interested in all kinds of gear, so that's why I decided to check out this saw. And on this trip here in Arkansas, I'm going to be checking out another saw from Gerber. In case y'all are wondering, a little sneak peek, we're going to be taking a look at this folding saw from Gerber. A little more expensive, I think it's $69, but it's very different, and it also works very well. I will leave this in the gear review playlist, so make sure you check it out down below. As always, guys, I appreciate you checking out the Paleo Hiker MD channel. Stay tuned for more videos soon.